Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and talk. Now, this is something a little like the celebrity mashup. I'm going to be giving you some psychic insight, but mainly, just chatting with you and getting your opinions from what is going on. The first thing that I want to talk about is the Malia Davis case. Now, this was a case that was made national headline news about little Malia went missing after, her mom went to attend a funeral and she went missing completely. And for those of you that are not aware, I did a video maybe about 2 weeks ago that I had to disable the comments on that video because a lot of people were turning very just negative, and that energy is not welcome. I don't want negative energy on my channel at all, or to affect other rays of light that are tuning in, because a lot of people are just not subscribed to my channel. They're just tuning in just to leave the nasty or ugly comments and hate about Malia's mom and etc. And even though whatever the situation is with her mom or whatever, in the video that I did say that that I didn't feel like Malia was with us anymore. Now, this week, allegedly, Vince, he did come out. This is the guy in the bottom left-hand corner of this video. He did allegedly confess that he did, in fact, kill or murder Malia, and that he had dumped the body somewhere else. And so this led police to investigate a particular area. I believe this was in Arkansas, and they found a body of a child in a bag, and the remains have been brought to Texas, to Houston, Texas, and right now everything is very hush-hush. And I think a lot of people are dying to know, could this be Malia Davis's body that's in there? It's very possible. It's very possible. I'm not going to say it is or it isn't, but it's very possible. But in the video, I believe I did say that justice was going to be served, and that this case would take a lot of twists and turns. And I feel like it still is going to take some twists and turns. It's not just as cut and dry as that he did the crime. There's a lot of questions as to why he did it. And, just a lot of other things that may come out into the light. But, this is what I think a lot of Houstonians and just people in Texas and all over the world that were praying for this little girl and for the family, to have closure. Because I think a lot of people really took this case to heart. There's a lot of children that go missing every day. As I'm talking and doing this video, there's children all over the world that are going missing, or that are being murdered, or that are going through, all these different things, and not just little kids, but actual adults going through human trafficking, etc. So again, we need to stand up as a community. If you know that someone is doing a crime, or you're witness to a crime, you need to go ahead and speak up and say something, regardless of how scared you may be of the repercussions, because a lot of times crimes like these, people get away with it because people that are aware or do see the crimes never report it to the police, because they fear that maybe there's going to be some retaliation, or they will come after them. But we have to stand up, and we have to report things like this. Like I said, if you know someone did a crime, report it to the police and let them handle it. And so I feel like, if in fact this week we will know a little bit more information about the Malia Davis case, according to whatever will be released on there. A lot of people thought that he had maybe burned her body, and that there was no evidence left. But again, that has been debunked. If this in the case that this is her body that has been found. So, I've lit a white candle since the beginning of this for Malia, and I have it going strong on my altar space, and prayers for her soul and for the family itself. And we will find out, more details on this case. But I just wanted to briefly kind of touch it and talk about it, because again, there's a lot of things that I said. For those of you that have not checked out that video, I will try to link it here on this video, so please be sure to check that out if you have not yet checked it out. also, I wanted to talk about Khloe Kardashian because a lot of people have wanted me to do a psychic reading on her, and I haven't really done one on her. I did one on her and Tristan, and a while back, and this was before he even cheated on her, and I had said that he was going to do that in the video, and that they were going to eventually separate. Now, a lot of people want me to kind of give insights. Like I follow, or I kind of, go into. Sometimes I peep into Khloe Kardashian's Instagram stories just to see what's going on with her. Out of all the Kardashian sisters, I feel like she really is growing and evolving. In many ways. And so I've seen a lot of the quotes and memes and things that she posts, which are very sentimental. So obviously she's going through some pain. Now, a lot of people like the fact that she's going through that, because some people say, well, she did the same thing to Tristan's ex-baby mama, before they met. Or, she's done worse to Lamar when Lamar and her were together. But whatever the situation is, I really feel sympathy for her. I guess I can empathize, with what she's going through as an empath myself, because, it's not easy going through a breakup or any kind of, problems in your relationship. Now, I feel like a part of her wants to work it out. And this is like where I've said before that I feel like it's very different, because when it was Lamar, I don't feel like she fought enough for it to kind of, make up, with Lamar. Whereas with Tristan, I feel like it's different because she has a child in the mix. And so when there's a child in the mix, typically partners are going to try to fight, if there's really love in the relationship, fight for the sake of the kids and really kind of hold that marriage or relationship together. But we have to see where this is going to be going, because I feel like she's eventually, what I see psychically, insight, is that she's definitely going to be moving away from Tristan in the future, and there will be another man in her life. And but again, I feel like as long as she is in the entertainment industry and she's exposed to all of these things, her love life is never going to be super perfect. There's going to be always paparazzi. There's going to be speculation. If she were to step out of the limelight of the Kardashians completely and out of the, all this fame, it's a possibility that her life would be totally different, and she would have privacy and a relationship would work out. But as long as she is a celebrity, I'm not saying that, celebrities can't make a relationship work, or that there are celebrities that don't have any kind of drama in their life, because there are celebrities that kind of make it work, even though they are in the spotlight and there's paparazzi, they do stay together. But it's very rare. It's very rare that we see that kind of working out. There's always going to be, and I also feel like, and I hate to say this, but I feel like her family, even though like her sisters, her mom, they all have like good advice and opinions, I feel like there's a lot of meddling, and I hate to use that word, but it's almost like a lot of opinions that are being casted upon Khloe. And I feel like they do this to each other. And people will call it, well, sisterly love or family bonding, or just giving, some healthy TLC. But I feel like it kind of like gets into a very toxic place when it comes to the Kardashians. And so, a lot of what she sees as support is a lot more of opinions and things from her family. And so her own, personal voice and her own personal thoughts are kind of intermingled with her family's. And so she kind of thinks that a lot of her decisions are really her decisions, but I feel like it's not. Like a lot of her decisions are really based off of what her family wants and what the brand wants for her. A lot of this is publicity, but a lot of it is also just real life drama that we get to see play out on screen. For those of you that watch the Kardashians or watch Khloe, or are a fan of Khloe, and closely watch her Instagram, her social media, her Twitter, whatever. So I'm just interested in seeing what y'all think in the comment section below. and wanted to talk about that. And then we're going to get into Mr. Pete Davidson. And for those of you that are not aware of who Pete Davidson is, he is the guy who was dating Kate Beckinsale. Is that correct? Like I said her name right? I hope I said her name right. But we recently saw pictures or photos were released of Kate with another guy in WeHo or West Hollywood. So I guess a lot of people are wondering, what is the deal here? Are they done? I feel like Pete Davidson is going through a cycle right now where he's kind of like, there is some numbness and it's almost robotic, and he has a lot of yes people around him. And I've said this before in other videos with celebrities who just kind of, they say yes to everything, and you sort of start to believe that things are okay, or you do things that you may not want to do, but you're doing it because people are stroking your ego and telling you that it's good. Because like him doing this modeling thing, I don't feel like that's even him. That's not something that he would really enjoy doing. Again, this is just my opinion. It's not really an insight. But when I get into the psychic part, I feel and I see that there is going to definitely be like a cycle that is continuing to kind of bring him into a certain loop, so to speak, where he may continue to have problems and make headlines. The problems that I see would be more with relationships and loyalty, and having a loyal, and long-lasting relationship, and also getting rid of a lot of the toxic people that he has around him, people who may be into things that are not healthy. And again, can ruin his career in an instant, but most of all can affect his health, because I feel health-wise there are bodily changes and things that he may be going through that the public is not aware of, but he is aware of it, and eventually it's going to catch up with him, because even though he does look like the picture of health, he's thin, he's very lean, there's a lot more that is not said and that we don't know, but spiritually I can see it. And so again, there may be some scares, health scares, if he's not careful with what is happening here. I also pick up on depression, and I feel like he does have moments of depression, and so he really hasn't, he feels kind of empty inside when it comes into really like in his moments where he is kind of sober, or kind of like really focused on his life in general and where he's at. There are moments when he's not really, he really does, I guess, see he is lonely, or that he's not where he's at, where he wants to be, so to speak. So again, let's keep him in our thoughts and prayers for Pete Davidson. And that's just some of the, of what I wanted to discuss in today's video. So tomorrow I will be doing the horoscopes for next week, for this coming week, and I have new content coming out. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. We are at 23,900 plus subscribers, or rays of light. So once we hit 24K, I will be giving away a massive giveaway to all of you. Well, to my on the channel, and then there will be one massive giveaway. One lucky person will be winning it. So let's get to 24K. Share this video. Let somebody know about it. And hit that like button on the the like button, and don't forget to hit the red subscribe button as well as the notification bell icon. All right, guys. So I love you so much. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Blessings and love and light.